All right, it's Thursday, almost Friday. And today we are going to be talking about the introduction paragraph. This is the first paragraph of our essay. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed Tuesday's lesson. That was pretty easy. It was on planning. So we're going to do a quick review and then I'm going to jump into introduction. All right. So let's look at, I'm going to pull out, if you have your writing folder, you can pull out the stuff we worked on. I've got my writing folder here. Can you see it? And so I've kept everything that we talked about on Tuesday, so I can easily pull it out. So one of the prompts that we talked about on Tuesday was this one here. I'm going to show you underneath the document camera. Those of you who are new here, by the way, there are a lot of new people. My name is Mrs. Collum. I am going to be your teacher for these live lessons. All right. Go to the document camera here. There we go. So as a quick review, let's look at this one. We all have someone special in our lives. Think about someone special in your life. Now explain why this person is so special. Remember the steps to writing. Step number one is we have to read the prompt. Right? We got to read the prompt because the prompt is just the directions that tells us what to write about. Without the prompt, we wouldn't know what to write about. So it's really important that we read the prompt and we understand what it's asking us to write about. After we read the prompt, then we plan for the essay, which we learned last week. And then step 3 is we actually write the essay, right? So you've got step 1, step 2, and step 3. So we've done these 2 and we are going to start writing the essay today. Now, when we read this prompt up here, we know the keyword is explain, which means we're writing an expository essay. Oops, let me write it down here. Now, these lessons are for 6 weeks, and for all 6 weeks, we are going to be concentrating on expository writing, okay, which is when you explain. There's also many other types of writing, like narrative, which is a story, or opinion, which is writing about your opinion, or argumentative. But for these 6 weeks, we're concentrating on expository. And the easiest way to remember expository is just it explains, right? So this is about someone special in your life. So you're just going to explain about that person and why they're special. Let's look at another prompt that we talked about on Tuesday. This one was, everyone has a favorite time of year. Now explain, or think about your favorite time of the year. Now explain why this time of the year is your favorite. So again, we see the keyword explain. We know we're doing an expository essay. And what do we have to explain about in this prompt? Take a look at the prompt and think about that for a few seconds. What are they asking us to explain about? They're asking us to explain about our favorite time of the year. So you just have to pick a favorite time of the year and then explain about it in your writing. Let's look at one more that we talked about. Everyone has a favorite animal. Think about your favorite animal. Now explain why this animal is your favorite. We see the keyword explain. We know we're going to be writing an expository essay. If you see that word explain, you know you're doing an expository. And when you read this prompt and you ask yourself, what do you have to explain about? What are the directions telling you to explain about? Hopefully you all thought in your heads, favorite animal, right? You've got to write about your favorite animal. So you pick your favorite animal and then you explain about it, and that's it. So as a review, when it comes to planning, we use an IRC outline, okay? I'm going to draw one really fast for you because I want you to see that it doesn't take long to draw an IRC outline. I'm not worried about my lines being perfect or everything looking perfect because this is just my planning. Done. I think I did that in less than 5 seconds. All right, you don't want to sit there and make everything perfect because planning should be quick. And everything you write on these lines, just be 1 or 2 words. You don't have to write sentences. Save your writing for the essay. The planning is just like notes. Okay, so if we were writing about our favorite time of the year, okay, if you remember, I picked summer. My favorite time of the year is summer. All right, and I'm going to pull out my planning that I did. So if it said, write to explain about your favorite time of year, and I pick summer, whatever you pick goes on the I and the C line. And also too, let me review this real quick. I stands for introduction. I'm going to write it real small. I stands for introduction. The R1 stands for reason 1. The R2 stands for reason 2. R3 stands for reason 3. And C stands for conclusion. Okay, just in case you weren't here or you forgot, those are what that stands for. Also notice there's only A's and B's next to the reasons. We don't have an A and B next to I and C. Okay, now let's go back. The prompt is write about your favorite time of the year. Okay, favorite time of the year. I pick summer. So whatever I pick, I'm going to write on the I and the C. Okay, whatever you pick, whatever your central idea is or your main topic, you put on the I and the C line. Now, once you have your central idea that you're going to be talking about, then you're going to pick 3 reasons and explain. So I'm picking summer. Now I've got to explain to my reader why I like summer so much. So reason 1 that I like summer is there's no school. Reason 2 I like summer is I can go to the beach a lot. And reason 3 I like summer is because I can go on lots of vacations. Now I'm going through this fast because we learned planning last week. Okay, I'm just reviewing real quick. Now, once you have each of your reasons, then you have to give an A and a B, which are your supporting details. This is just where you tell 2 things or 2 examples about your reason, just to help tell more. So I'm telling you that I like summer because there's no school. So I'm going to tell you 2 things about having no school. So when you have no school, you can sleep in and there's no homework. So those are 2 things that I can write about in this paragraph when I'm talking about I like summer because there's no school. 2 things about the beach that I want to write about is how warm the water is and how nice and sunny it is. So those are 2 things about the beach that I'm going to write about in that paragraph. And then going on vacation, I love going to Disney World and I love going on cruises. So that's 2 things about vacations. So I showed you this on Tuesday, and I'm going to show you again. I'm getting my highlighter. I put it in the camera. I gotta take off the tops here. Okay. And remember, I was telling you that your planning is like your roadmap. And I love doing this to show you all, because now I know exactly what I'm going to write about in every single paragraph. The pink box is going to be my first paragraph. The yellow box is going to be my second paragraph. This green box is going to be my 3rd paragraph. The orange box is going to be my 4th paragraph. And the blue box is going to be my 5th paragraph. Now, I do want to point out something. You see how this is our 2nd paragraph, but it's called R1. Don't get confused by that. Okay, I know it's R1, but it's not our 1st paragraph. It's our 2nd paragraph because our introduction. And same with R2, that's our 3rd paragraph. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. Now, when I go to write this essay, I know exactly what I'm writing about in every paragraph. When I get to this paragraph, R1, and I'm talking about I like summer because no school, I'm not going to have to say, I don't know what else to write. I know exactly what I'm going to do. After I say I like summer because there's no school, then I'm going to go talk about how you can sleep in, and then I'm going to go talk about how there's no homework. So I'm going to have a big paragraph because I have a lot to talk about. Same thing when I go to this paragraph and I'm talking about I like summer because of the beach. I'm not just going to say I like summer because of the beach and then stop. I'm going to talk about the warm water, how I can play in the water, and I'm going to talk about how it's sunny and hot. So I have lots of things to talk about. That's why these A's and B's help you, because they expand your paragraph. Okay. And when you write more, it's what we call elaboration. You're elaborating, telling more about it. Okay. That's a review of what we did last week. Not last week, Tuesday. I thought it was a week already. Here's another example. I was talking about someone special. Remember, I picked my mom, so I put mom on I and C. And then I said I like my mom because she cooks, cleans, and she's fun. And then for cooking, I talked about the pasta she cooks and the eggs she cooks. For cleaning, I talked about how she cleans the kitchen and the floors. And for fun, I talked about how she dances and plays outside. Okay, so hopefully everyone understands planning. Now, if you missed Tuesday's lesson, I have it recorded. Okay, so you can watch that. But today we are talking about the I paragraph, which is the introduction paragraph. So I'm going to teach you how to write all 5 of these. Okay, and it's going to be so easy. You guys are going to be writing this in no time. But today we are focusing on just this paragraph. It's the I paragraph. Okay, let me get some extra paper. It's the I paragraph, which is the introduction paragraph. Okay, so I'm going to keep this right next to it. Move this over a little bit. Okay, there we go. So the I paragraph, I'm going to write it up here. I equals introduction. It's the first paragraph of our whole essay, right? Okay, we're talking about just this paragraph today, the first paragraph. Now, the I paragraph is so easy. It's 3 to 4 sentences. So it's a small paragraph. It's just introducing our topic that we like summer as our favorite time of the year. So let me tell you what those 3 sentences should be. Your first sentence for the I paragraph is what we call our hook. The second sentence for our I paragraph is what we call our 3 reasons sentence. And our third sentence for the I paragraph is what we call our closing. So it's 3 sentences, and I'm telling you exactly what you should write in each sentence. Okay, now let me show you how this goes. Now, if you've never heard of a hook, you may also have heard it called a grabber or an opener. They're all the same thing. It's just the first sentence of your essay. Think of a hook like a fish hook, right? When you go fishing, you hook the fish and then you catch it, right? So you want to hook your reader so that they want to read your essay. I always think of hook like the beginning of a movie, okay? So I know probably all of you have seen movies, and whenever you watch a movie, the first like 2 minutes of the movie is where you kind of decide if it's a good movie or a bad movie, right? Like if the beginning is awesome, you're like, oh yes, I want to watch this. But if the beginning's not good, you're like, you might turn it off. So the same thing goes with your hook of your essay. You want it to be awesome because it's what is going to be the beginning of your essay, the beginning of your movie. You want to hook your reader. But it doesn't need to be anything super fancy. So today we're going to talk about 2 types of hooks. Now, there's a bunch of different types of hooks, but I'm just going to talk about 2 because, again, I want to get you guys writing a basic essay in 6 weeks. We can make it fancier after the 6 weeks, but we want to get all the pieces out first. So 2 types of hooks I want to talk about. You can either do a question, a statement. Actually, I'm going to tell you 3 types, or a riddle. Okay, a question, statement, or riddle. Now, let's look at our prompt here. Remember, the prompt was, I'm going to put it right here, favorite time of the year. Now, my hook for favorite time of the year being summer, I could do a question, and I could say, what is your favorite time of the year? I could do that. I could do a question, or I could say, do you have a favorite time of the year? That's another question. Or I could make just a statement about the topic. My topic is that I like summer. It's my favorite time of year. So I could just say, summer is the best time of the year. See, it's just a simple statement. So you can see here, I did 2 questions. That's a question. That's a question. Here's a statement. And then let me give you an example of a riddle. And I'm just showing you examples. You only do one of these. I'm just showing you different ways you can do a hook. A riddle would be like you're giving a little riddle to make your reader guess what you're talking about. So I can say, which time of the year is full of sunshine and warm weather? So you ask a question where you're trying to, like, give little hints. So I say, which time of the year is full of sunshine and warm weather? And then I give my answer, summer. And that's an example of like a little riddle. Those are all types of hooks. So you can do a question, a statement, or a riddle. Now, for today's example, I think I'm just going to ask a question. So I'm going to use this first one. What is your favorite time of the year? So I'm getting ready to write my I paragraph. Okay. Let me draw some lines here because I'm sure you guys have lined paper. So I'm going to indent. Every time you start a paragraph, you have to indent. Okay. You can put your thumb and leave a space of your thumb or just leave a little space. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to say, what is your favorite time of the year? Done. That's my hook. So I'm going to highlight my hook in yellow so you can see that's my hook. I'm done with the first sentence. Now, my next sentence is called the 3 reasons sentence. That's where I'm going to tell my 3 reasons. Remember, my 3 reasons are no school, beach, and vacations. It's just your reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. You're not naming your A's and B's, just your reasons. So I just said, what is your favorite time of the year? So I'm going to say, mine is summer because my first reason is no school. There is no school, comma. What's my next reason? Beach. You can go to the beach, comma. My third reason, vacations. And go on vacation, period. I'm going to highlight this in orange, my 3 reasons. So that's my 3 reasons sentence. Okay. All you're doing in that sentence is naming your 3 reasons. So let's check. Did I say no school in that sentence? No school. It's right there. Good. Did I say beach? Go to the beach. Yep. And vacations. I said vacations. Yep. I named my 3 reasons in a sentence. And you see, after each reason, I put a comma. So I said, what is your favorite time of the year? Mine is summer because there's no school, comma. You can go to the beach, comma, and go on vacation, period. Now, my last sentence is called my closing. And all you have to do is just say something nice about the topic, and the topic's summer. You just say something nice. So I'm going to say, summer is the best. Done. So I'm going to highlight this in green, closing, and highlight that. And my introduction paragraph is done. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for a second. Your introduction paragraph, we're only writing this paragraph today, is 3 sentences. Your first sentence is your hook. Your second sentence is where you name your 3 reasons, and your third sentence is your closing. My hook, because I highlighted the word hook in yellow, is in yellow here. My 3 reasons sentence is in orange, and my closing is in green. When you write a hook, you can ask a question, you can make a statement, or you can do a riddle. I gave you some examples. It doesn't matter which one you do. For this example, I just did a question. Okay, that's my first example. I want to show you a couple of examples because it takes a few times to get it. But once you get it, it's very, very easy. Okay. Now let's look at favorite animal, dog. Okay, we did this one too. So we're going to be writing just the I paragraph. Okay, just the I paragraph. So remember, the I paragraph, the first sentence is called a hook. The second sentence is called your 3 reasons sentence. And your third sentence is called closing. All right, so let's start. Let me draw some lines again. All right, so I have to do a hook. I know my hook, I just taught you, can be either a question or a statement or a riddle about the topic. And remember, the topic is favorite time of year, summer. So it could be a question, statement, or a riddle about favorite time of year, summer. So I did a question last time, so I'm going to do a simple statement this time. Now, I'm sorry, the topic is favorite animal for this one. So I'm just going to make a simple statement about favorite animal. And remember, I picked dog for favorite animal. So I'm going to say, I'm going to indent because I'm starting. Dogs are the best animals in the world, period. Just a simple statement about my topic. The topic is dogs are my favorite animal. So my hook, I'm going to do it in orange, is done. Now, I want you to notice you only indent the first sentence of the paragraph. I came back over to the left to finish the sentence, okay? And if you look at the one that we just wrote down here, look, I just indented at the beginning. You leave that space here at the beginning, and the rest comes over to the side. And you don't indent again to the next paragraph, okay? Just at the beginning of the paragraph. All right. My next sentence is my 3 reasons sentence. Let's look at my planning. My 3 reasons are playful, tricks, and guard. So I have to write that in a sentence. So I say dogs are the best animals in the world. They are playful, that's my first one, comma, remember after you do it, comma. Next one is tricks. They can do tricks, comma, no one tricks, now I have to say that they can guard you. And they can be guard dogs, period. It's my 3 reasons. And let's see, did I name playful? Yep, that's right there. Did I name tricks? They can do tricks. That's right there. Yep. Did I name guard? And they can be guard dogs. Yep. All right. I named all 3 reasons. Remember, I'm not naming my A's and B's, just my reasons. And after each reason, I put a comma. So the first, they are playful, comma, they can do tricks, comma, and then you put and then you put the last one. So let's do this one in yellow. My 3 reasons sentence, I'm going to highlight it in yellow. And then my last sentence is closing, where I just say something nice about the topic. And the topic is my favorite animals are dogs. I already said they're the best animals in the world, so I can't put that again, but I'm going to say dogs are a man's best friend. And I'm going to highlight that in blue. Done. I have my hook in orange. I have my 3 reasons sentence in yellow. and I have my closing in blue. All right, now your turn. I've showed you 2 examples. Okay, we're going to do it together, but I do want you to get out paper and pencil. And we're going to use the one that we talked about, our favorite person. Now, if you have yours, you can take it out. If you don't, you can use mine. Okay, if you have your planning that you did on Tuesday. If not, just use mine. Now, we're only writing our I paragraph. The first sentence is going to be a hook. The second sentence, we're going to name our 3 reasons. And the third sentence, you're going to name your closing. Okay. Now, we only have a few minutes left, so I am going to go through this quickly, but you will be able to practice on your own. I want you to start with writing your hook. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just like a minute, but again, don't worry if it's taking a little bit longer. Take your time, because when we're done, you can still work on this. So go ahead and write your hook. Remember, it can be a question, a statement, which is just a sentence about it, or a riddle. Okay, while you're writing your hook, I'm going to write my hook. Okay, if you're not done, don't worry. But for my hook for this one, I decided to do a question. So my hook, I decided to, and remember, your question, your statement, your riddle has to be about the topic. And the topic is special person. And I picked mom. So I put, who is a special person in your life? Now I'm going to name my 3 reasons. Mine is my mom, because first one's cook. She cooks, comma, next one's clean. She cleans, comma, and the last one's fun. And she is fun. Done. So let's see, to name my 3 reasons. There's cooks, cleans, fun. Yep. So I named my 3 reasons. I'm going to put my 3 reason sentence in orange. And then the last sentence is my closing. I'm just going to say something nice. My mom is the best. Done. And I'm going to put that one in pink. Now, I know you're probably not done. That's okay. All right. I just wanted to show you a full example again. Now, I want you to do yours on special person. If you didn't do this planning, that's fine. You can do it and then write it, and then write your hook, your 3 reasons, and your closing. Make sure you indent. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do more practice on your own, you could also do this one here. Everyone has a favorite place. Think about your favorite place. Now explain why this place is your favorite, okay? You could pick your favorite place and plan, and then write your introduction. Okay, so if you have some time today, or maybe tomorrow in class or at home, do this one as a practice. Again, plan, and then write your introduction. And remember, you need a hook, 3 reasons, and closing. All right, and I will send this recording out to everyone so you can watch it again and pause it wherever you need to. And I will see you all next Tuesday. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, and make sure you're on Tuesday at 9, and make sure you have paper and pencil so we can keep working on these essays, and everything we worked on today, keep it in your special writing folder. All right, guys, talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.